Welcome back to our next lesson, Sun Salutation B. If you haven't watched the A, there it is, and then join us afterwards. If you already know everything and you're Yoga Pro, I'm not your person, but you can still like and subscribe. So first, and the most important, how are you today? How's life? Is anyone annoying you? Are you a bit disappointed that things are not as you imagined them to be? Guess what? Aren't we all sometimes? We cannot influence on what's going on around us, but we can influence what's going on inside of us. So why not to learn something new and slowly build up our yoga practice, our weightlifting practice, Pilates practice, or whatever practice you want. Yeah, let's do that, okay? And the rest, we will figure it out. Let's be here for now. By the way, thank you for being here. As you remember, Sun Salutation A was piece of cake, right? So we will do again short warm-up and go through Sun Salutation A and immediately start Sun Salutation B and go slowly through it so you get it and don't get annoyed and stop doing these things. Again, let's warm up our wrists from all four position where your spine is neutral. By the way, when you hear spine neutral, no, I'm not Italian, I just like to use my hands. When you hear neutral position, it's just normal position of your spine, where in lower back you have a slight curve, okay? And slight bump, not bump, in your upper back. Slight curve, okay? What's not neutral position of your spine is this, or that. That's not neutral, okay? Normal, let's just be normal, okay? Then, as I said, we are warming up the wrists back and forth. Then we are turning our hands to each other and moving left and right. Then we can also put our hands apart, like they're mad at each other. Why did I say that? And then turn them inside. I almost did it this way, which wouldn't work. Not that mobile. So in yoga, it's very important to warm up your wrists. If you go through many chaturangas, vinyasas, which to be honest, I do like, and I think that every woman should be able to do push-ups. Every woman I ever trained with, they must do push-ups. It's not just for men. We want upper body strength as well. Okay, from here, we will tuck our toes. Inhale with exhalation, bring your knees up and inhale down. And then from here, you will slowly bring your hips up to downward facing dog. One foot in between your 2 feet. Shoulder blades, 1 foot distance. Shoulders away from your ears. Head is hanging. And actually your body should look like mountain, you know? And then we will bend our knees and go back, and bend, and go back. Okay, that's enough. Then look to the front, walk your feet to your hands any way you can. Bend your knees slowly, slightly, slowly. Bring your upper body up. By the way, I'll never be the one who has perfect videos and doesn't make mistakes when explaining. That's kind of my style. Don't worry, I will still give you proper information, but on the way, I will say upward instead of downward dog. I will make sure that I correct myself as I did in the last video. I'm only human. Sun Salutation A, people, students, do you remember? We are starting in Samasthiti. Spread your body weight evenly on both feet. Remember which 3 dots? Engage your leg muscles Tuck your hips in, engage your abs, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, reach up, exhale, bend from your hips to forward fold. Inhale, flat back or Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, we are going through plank to Chaturanga. Pick your own version. I'm starting slow with modified to upward. Here your arms should also be vertical. Knees are up, feet flat. Then slowly bring your hips up to downward facing dog and hold for 5 breaths. I like to close my eyes when I do that. Look to the front. Bring your feet in between your hands. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana or the flat back. Elongate your spine. Place your hands anywhere you need to achieve that. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees a bit to make this transition easier, and slowly bring your upper body up and head the last. You don't want to get dizzy, okay? Sun salutation B. Here we are inhaling to chair pose. Feet together, knees bent, hips in the same line. I don't want you to twist. There are many things I don't want, right? Banana back, as my teacher said. That we don't want. We want neutral or flat with core engaged. Arms are up in line with your ears. So this is where we come from Samastiti. Okay? One more. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hands flat on the ground if possible. If not, hang anywhere you want. Okay, with exhalation, we pass through plank to Chaturanga. Find your own version. As we learned in the previous video. Exhalation, downward facing dog. This time we're not staying here. Look to the front. Bring your left foot in between your hands. You want your knee and ankle in one straight line, okay? If you're here, don't be. Back foot goes to 45 degrees and we are bringing our upper body up 45 degrees because we want both hip bones facing forward, okay? We are not opening our hips. So that's why that foot is not 90 degrees, it's 45. Again, no banana back. Engage that abs, that core. Inhale, here is warrior one. Exhale, bring the hands down. Back to plank, to your version of Chaturanga, to upward facing dog, to downward facing dog. Then look to the front, bring the right foot between your hands. Left foot is 45 degrees. Inhale, we up. Yeah, my balance today is not the best. Warrior one. Exhale, hands down to Chaturanga, upward, downward, and this time, guess what? 5 breaths. Fingers spread, middle finger straight on both sides. Shoulders externally rotate. And hold. and breathe. Look to the front, jump in between or slowly come in between your hands with your feet. Then inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, that's Sanskrit for this pose, where we what? Elongate your spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair pose. And exhale to Samasthiti. One more time. Don't want you to start hating me. This is just slowly progressing. Next time we do them all together, couple of rounds. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, elongate your spine, look to the front. Exhale, say hi to plank because we're not staying there. Go down to any version of Chaturanga you like. Exhale, bring your hips to downward facing dog. Look to the front. Left foot front. Back foot stays 45 degrees because what? Hips are facing forward. Arms up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Look to the front. Right foot between your hands. Left foot 45 degrees. Come strong up to warrior one. Exhale down to Chaturanga. Upward. Downward, 5 breaths. Look to the front, jump or walk to your hands. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, Samasthiti. Enough for today. You know, feel free to practice without me. Next time, as I said, we will do A and B at least 2-3 times each, and not that slow anymore. If you feel strange sensations in your shoulder joint or elbow or wrist and you don't know why and it just feels very uncomfortable, maybe then just wait until I post Pilates mat work. Maybe it will be more beneficial to you currently if your shoulders are stiff, not strong enough, or I don't know what else is happening in your life. Yeah, wait for me because there's no one ever who posted Pilates workout or yoga, and this is the only place you can get the right information. No, it is not, but I know I'm doing what has been said and showed many times before. I just don't care. I love to do this, and I want that people who are in my circle see my content, no matter how educational or stupid it is, it still has effect on people. You're as well, you don't have to be influencer, whatever you post will have effect on other people. Make them laugh, make them cringe, make them mad, annoyed, happy. I want that people who see my content, I want you to know what you're doing, why you're doing, and that you're doing it properly, because home workouts are great and have amazing place for life to stay active. Sometimes we will have only time to do something quick, and then when you do it, I want you to know and be safe, not to break your spine. Okay, so that's why I will build up slowly the whole yoga practice and do the same with the Pilates and weightlifting, because I truly believe that doing only one thing is not beneficial. But if you would have to pick one type of workout for the rest of your life, I would still say lift weights, because of so many benefits for mind and body and bones and hormones and so on and so on. But I also believe that it's important to take care of our mind, and that's why for me combination of Pilates, yoga and strength training, Pilates for proper posture, for strong core muscles, stability of your hips, rib cage and so on and so on, I find great as overall. Thank you for being here. Keep me posted what's going on. If you want to share with me as your trainer, you don't have to overshare. And if not, just like and subscribe and share it and be my promoter. And yeah, because if you're bored, thank you for your time and being here. See you next time. If you need practice, next time we go hard. Yeah. Be well. Sending you love. Bye bye. Me, Jasna, your trainer. Tschüss.